Hello and welcome to Project Art Now. On today's video, I will talk about selling books. This time, I'm doing a fan art of Lucy Heartfilia on a chalkboard. Hope you like it. If you enjoy the content I'm creating, please subscribe, like, comment and share it with people you think will also enjoy it. Make sure you're following me on my socials. I always love interacting with you all. Now, before we jump in the main topic, I have a couple of announcements. The first one I kind of mentioned on the previous video, and that is I have moved my book out from Amazon into my own website, where you can read it for free. Simply click the link in the description. There's an old video titled My Book. This back when I had the book in Amazon, so please keep in mind that some of the information in that video is now outdated. Second, I have recently joined a fantasy and sci-fi authors alliance, where the main goal is to help each other grow. If you write in any of those genres, it'd be great to have you on board. To sign up, just follow the link in the description. Now, let's talk about selling books. I want to clarify that while I don't have a New York bestseller or anything like that, and I'm not a marketing guru, I do have some nuggets of wisdom to share with you all in regards to sell books. Second, but equally important, obviously I'm sharing from my own experience, but not only, as I have also learned from others, so I will share that knowledge with you all on this video. The use of social media is key in today's marketing landscape, but having big numbers is only part of the equation. As a matter of fact, having thousands or more followers is not a guarantee for sales. Don't get me wrong, it certainly helps. Also, for marketing purposes, who you are following matters. What I recommend is follow all sorts of writers, but particularly those who share a genre with you. With that in mind, join circles, communities, clubs, or whatever you wanna call them. Now, the reason you want to do that is in order to sell books, people have to know your book exists. More specifically, people who might be interested in it. And by following writers within your genre, you ought to find readers who will be interested in your book. Of course, that's not to say you shouldn't follow authors who write in a different genre. After all, a person might like to read romance as well as horror. In other words, don't limit yourself. Now, you might be wondering, why am I advising you to follow writers and not readers? Well, writers are more often than not also readers, but also by following other writers, sooner or later you're very likely to connect with readers. Now, the following is probably the best advice I have ever heard in regards of selling one's book. Talk about it as much as possible, even before you share the link to your book, because you need to give readers a reason to click on those links. So talk about your stories, your writing style, share snippets, talk about your characters, your world building. I mean, I'm assuming you're passionate about your books, so you should show it. On that note, do not feel sorry or bad if 95% or so of the content you share is just about your writing, because think about it, if you follow a traveler, you expect them to talk about their trips. If you follow a gamer, it'd be reasonable that they talk about the games they play or want to play, so why should it be any different for writers? Therefore, I'll say it again, talk about your books. Of course, this goes beyond social media. When talking with friends, family or acquaintance, if the conversation allows it, to mention your book, the characters, your world building and your story, because even if you have a small reach in or out of social media, they may end up talking about your book as well. As a result, you're likely to gain readers. Now, there is a way to reach a larger audience faster, and that is paid advertising. Now, I'm not going to advise in favor or against it. I will, however, ask you to be mindful. If you do have a budget paid for ads, don't just rush and spend your money on them. Do a research, learn what services are the best, because yes, service advertising could potentially get you a huge amount of readers, but if you are not careful, you will end up simply losing money. Now, I want to ask you, do you have any advice on how to sell more books or gain more readers? Please do share in the comment section. I thank you all for watching. I hope you had enjoyed, and I wish you will be back next week. Bye bye. Thank you.